One of the top priorities for my directorate is to make sure that we continue the high levels of cycling that there are in the borough. We're already the best in London for the number of people who cycle to work at 15%. So we are committed to continuing the investment in cycling. Almost a third of Year 6 pupils are obese in Hackney, so in terms of the wider priorities for the Directorate and the impact that cycling and improving physical activity has for our public health team, it's very important that we see more people cycling and more people being physically active. We've also focused in Hackney on creating, maintaining and promoting spaces that encourage people to include physical activity in their daily habit as they go about their normal lives.
So Hackney wants to remain London's leading cycling borough, and one way we're doing that is we're finalising now our 10-year cycling plan. So we've had some great success in the borough and we've got to where we are now with our highest levels of cycling in London through a number of interventions. We're continuing to roll out 20 mile an hour on all roads. We're now at the very moment rolling it out on our principal road network. We've introduced filter permeability, and we've got a fantastic network of residential roads that are some of the best places to cycle in London. But we recognise we need to go further. If we want to meet these targets and hit the 2025 targets, so if we want to more than double the number of people cycling on our streets, we need to be even more ambitious. And we need to roll out 20 mile an hour on all the Transport for London road network, and we're continuing to lobby them to do this. And we also want to tackle cycling on our principal roads. There's no denying most of the casualties in the borough, cyclist casualties, happen on our main roads and our principal road network. That's why we've set a policy of clear, safe space for all public realm schemes on our main road network. And it's very likely to involve segregation on many of these roads. But to enable us to get that segregation, we need to reduce traffic volumes. There's no escaping that. The level of traffic on our roads at the moment, to enable us to reallocate that carriageway space, to create this clear, safe space, we've got to get the traffic levels down. And there's no other way of creating that space in most circumstances. So what we're looking at is creating this clear, safe space at the same time as reducing traffic levels and creating more livable neighbourhoods. The east of the borough, it still has a huge network of one-way systems and gyratories that are just clogged with traffic trying to get out to the A12, Essex or Kent every evening and morning. And what we have to do is try and reduce that volume of traffic on those roads and untangle that 1960s, 1970s outdated road system that makes conditions for pedestrians and cyclists quite miserable. And we are never going to get the levels of cycling in the east of the borough that we already have in the west of the borough until we entangle that road network. So as part of our new attention to main roads, we're already looking at Hackney Road, and we want to be in a position in a few years' time where cyclists can come down Goldsmith Road and they can turn onto Hackney Road, and it'll be as safe and as comfortable as the conditions on Goldsmith Road now. And we're also looking at green lanes later this year, and Lea Bridge Road and Dalston Lane are also on our agenda.
Potentially, with an increase in the number of cyclists that there are in Hackney, it's a challenge for us to manage safely to ensure that there's no collisions involving cyclists, and also the congestion of cyclists on cycle paths in our very busy parks is also something that we're having to manage carefully in consultation with cyclists and park users themselves.